All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, head softball coach of the Farmville Central Jaguars, Hannah Huffman, joining us as her team continues on in the playoffs. Hannah, thanks for your time. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, we're doing great, and I'm a Conley guy, so I'm enjoying the success of the Vikings, but also all the other area Pitt County teams, and we've been able to talk to the head baseball coaches and head softball coaches in the area, and I know that this is a great place for baseball and softball, but man, just a banner year this year for these teams.
Yeah, I think everybody in Pitt County is doing really good, baseball and softball. But yeah, we're having a lot of fun.
We got an intern, Cole Martin, who does a great job covering the Conley Vikings, but also area high school sports. And did I hear him right saying this is the first time for Farmville Central softball in the fourth round of the playoffs in 18 years?
That's so before the game. Sorry, I'm at school, but so before the game, actually, before going into the third round, I had asked, and nobody could really give me an answer. So I'm assuming that's correct. 18 years, and that's crazy to start with. So I know last year we went to the third round, and it was an away game, and I knew that going into this one it was going to be our first home third round. So making it to the fourth round on a second year as a head coach is fun.
Yeah, and shows the progress each and every year. That's awesome. Yeah, the noise in the background shows that you coaches do more than just coach. You got
Yeah.
your other duties as well. So what do you do at Farmville Central?
So I'm actually the behavior support teacher here. I work with the Exceptional Children's Department as the EC contact and work with behaviors.
Okay. How about your softball career, playing career? What kind of player were you?
So I graduated from East Duplin. I played all 4 years there. I played travel ball, and after I graduated high school, I coached a little bit of rec ball and got into a little bit of travel. And during my internship while I was at ECU, I coached a little bit at EBA Cock before coming over here to Farmville.
Gotcha. I connected with Larry Williford to get your contact information. And first of all, I said y'all got it rolling out there, and Larry said y'all have a great athletics director. So maybe we need to give that guy some credit.
He would
But
say that.
but he said Hannah's awesome, and he said all these young coaches make me feel old, and I feel like they're my kids. So, and that makes sense for Farmville because Shirley Rhodes, our producer here, is a Jaguar, and she always talks about how everybody knows everybody, but it is a real family atmosphere out there, right? With the teams, with the coaches, the players, the community.
Oh yeah, I love it. We've had a lot of support with the community. Our parents are great. Everybody comes out and support every home game that we have, even away games. We have people who travel with us. So the community is really great here. It's a small, close knit community, and I think all of my girls feel supported every game that we have.
And man, sounds like the future is bright. I know Coach Daniel Jones had a great year in year one,
Yeah.
and you said this is your second year.
Yep. This is my
Wow.
second year head coach.
Awesome. Well, let's talk about some of the ladies who have got you to this point. Who are some of the players that you've counted on so far and will be counting on coming up on Friday?
Yeah, so Corey Houston, she's a senior pitcher that I have right now. We'll have to rely on her Friday night. Michelle Worth, she's a sophomore. She's caught every game for me for the past 2 years. She's hitting the ball really well. Ada McLaughlin is another senior. Antigone Johnson. I could say so much about all 10 of the players I have left that are on the roster. Each of them play a very important part. I have a big sophomore class that's really good. And then I have two freshmen that came in. So we're kind of scattered out grade wise, but I'm excited. I'm pumped up for them. They're excited. They've worked hard all season. I think all of them, like I said, will play a big part on tomorrow night.
How much credit do you give just the area, the community in softball and the way the players are? I talked to Keita Sneed from JH Rose, and
Yeah.
he talked about how fundamentally sound a lot of the players already are once they get to high school. And a lot of that is, like you said, with travel ball and coming up in the ranks and everything. But this is a great area for young girls to play, right?
And I tell people this all the time. Like, I feel like my job is just telling them where they're going to play at that night because I can put them wherever and they're going to make something happen. We don't, that, like you said, they know the fundamentals, they know softball, they know what to do. It's just creating that atmosphere where they can have fun and show their talent and work together. So that's really what we've been doing all year long.
So who's your opponent coming up Friday night?
We will go to McMichael, so we got a good 3.5 hour bus ride.
Well, I was going to ask if you're familiar with them, if you played them in the regular season, but I'm guessing no, you did not.
We did not, and we didn't have any common opponents. After we won Tuesday night, going in, I had no idea who they even were or where they were. So I've had to make a lot of phone calls to find out information.
Well, there you go. I was going to ask you about that because there's more video available now and things you can find online than there was back in the day. But you're
Yeah.
still going kind of old school with this, making calls, trying to
Oh yeah.
scout a little bit.
Well, people are smart when you get this deep in playoffs. They start locking up their videos, so you can't see as much. But yeah, so I've been calling around.
Good deal. So, what time are y'all heading out for a 3+ hour journey?
I don't. We don't have a set time right now. We've said maybe 1 o'clock we're going to head out. I know we're going to make a few stops and eat along the way and get out and stretch a few times. We haven't traveled this far this year or even last year, so that's a little concern I have. But I think we'll be fine if we can just eat and get out and walk and do our thing.
Yeah, that's another new challenge for you coming up on Friday. Do you give the big pregame rah rah speech, or at this point do all the girls know the deal and know what's at stake?
Most of them by now they give their own speeches. They're fired up enough to let each other know what has to be done. Sometimes I have to reel them back in, but yeah, not typically. They're ready to play. So
Overall, Hannah, do you feel like the sport of softball is in a healthy place right now, and seems like it's still on the incline, right? Especially around here with the World Series being in our own backyard, East Carolina softball, with Shane Winkler is getting better and taking a next step every year. So here locally, it feels like it's going great. Do you feel like overall the sport is in a good place?
yeah, I think that you have a lot of girls who are interested in playing softball. I wanted to get to an ECU game this year actually, but it just didn't work out with our schedule. We played 3 games a week, almost every week. But yeah, I think that you have a lot of girls who are interested. Travel ball is really big right now. I think all of my players, except maybe one or two, are on some sort of travel ball team and play every weekend. And I umpire on the weekends, and just seeing how many girls and teams come from all over is crazy.
Well, it sounds like you're a softball lifer. Where do you umpire at?
So a few years ago, I started umpiring with USA softball. I took off last summer because after the season I was exhausted, but I plan on doing it a little bit this summer as well.
Wow, that's cool. You mentioned 3 games a week and now this long playoff run. How taxing is that? I know you can throw more pitches with the
Yeah.
underhand motion than the overhand motion, but how taxing is that on your pitchers? And you said you're going to ride with your ace coming up Friday, but will you have to go to the bullpen at any time?
So Corey does really well. She the week before playoffs started, she pitched 3 back-to-back games and made it through every inning. I do have one pitcher that I can pull in if I need to. She actually started against Aiden Griffin on Tuesday, and she did really well. She's a junior this year, so I'll have her to fall on. I do have a pitcher who's hurt right now that was tore her labrum playing travel ball in the middle of the season. But so right now I'm riding with 2 pitchers. So
And I know pitching's at a premium even for the D1 level. I think ECU has 3, and at Farmville Central you don't have the numbers that a university has or other schools. So
yeah.
if you in a perfect world, if you had one wish, would that be the wish? Maybe a few more arms to go to.
Yeah, just a few, just so especially when you're playing in season and you're seeing teams twice.
Yeah.
It was hard, especially going against Aiden Griffin the third time this time. That was my biggest concern going in, was throwing Corey in that playoff game Tuesday night. But yeah, if I had maybe 1 or 2 extra arms just to throw in a little bit.
Well, Hannah, congratulations on the success so far. We wish you the best of luck coming up Friday, and keep on making that AD look good out there.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.